I came to Fontainebleau just because it's the best place to boulder, and I wanted to be able to boulder every day. And we've been here for 5 years now. For many years, I was focusing on projecting, which means going back and forth to the same climb over and over again. That was actually like a safeguarding strategy to prevent myself from having to go to somewhere new where something could surprise me. And when you go to a project, you know all the holes, you know all the falls, you know what's hard. So I wasn't worried that I'm going to disappoint myself, because I could only succeed. I was trying to prove something to myself, prove my worth to myself and to others, and the motivation was there, and it was very strong motivation, but it wasn't necessarily good motivation. I kept believing that I needed to climb hard, that I needed to push myself and to train and to just devote everything I could to climbing. And it just wasn't actually what I wanted. I've got both a diagnosis of the Autism Spectrum Disorder and ADHD, which means that my brain just doesn't stop and it goes round in circles and circles and circles, and they are mad. And it takes climbing to stop that.
Yeah. So good.
I think I had to really get to a bad place with my climbing, and where I feel like, okay, I'm shite because I'm not doing as well as I should. It got quite dark, I was just unhappy about everything I did. And then I realized, okay, if you have the wrong reasons for doing something, it just won't feel good. So it was necessary for me to think that I lost it. And it took me practically stopping training and climbing for almost 2 years. That was, a frustrating moment because so much of my identity is wrapped up with climbing.
It's gonna work. We're very close.
Okay.
It's one of the very famous angles of Fontainebleau, and also probably the easiest one grade-wise. But yeah, now that I don't care about injuring my ego, I can try again.
Toe. Right. All that way through that toe.
Through that toe without.
That's it. Come on. Up. That's it.
No.
Yes. Don't say it. Yes. Everything. Yes.
No, I was completely in the wrong position. My hands felt wet. Everything felt wrong.
Oh no.
Climbing, I guess, distracted me from how misaligned I felt to the rest of the world. I think being able to sort of cling to climbing just allowed me to find an identity in which it didn't matter that I was odd and I didn't understand how people behaved and why they said things and, talked about the weather or hung out for no reason. I think the pandemic also had something to do with me changing my definition of success, because when all of your agency is sort of stripped away and you realize how little is in your control, you must redefine your definition of success.
This is called aesthetics.
Climb the wall and come. Dino to a good hold.
Hey, come on.
Nice, you're trying. I have always been too fragile to try this grade, thinking if I don't climb it, I'm gonna feel bad. But now I don't care. I don't care to fail. I don't care if I fail. So I can now try those easier blocks, fail, and feel good about myself still. Yes.
You touched it.
Yeah, I touched it. Oh shit.
Now I'm searching for new sources of motivation, but it's a completely different game because I'm just content.
I want it to bend and pull, and it's just not doing it.
Alright.
Yes, fuck!
Is that close?
Yeah, I was like, I had my tip like a millimeter.
So yeah, if I'm a weak but happy climber, I'll take that over being a strong and miserable climber. And I think that applies to like anything in life. I think it's more important for me to feel the flow of moving on the rock, and when I'm actually not thinking about anything, just being fully 100% immersed in the movement that is necessary to get me up. These are the best moments. You just are fully present.